to do your extended reading for September. Welcome. And we're going to start with, I looked at the video, the general reading for September, and took some notes about what Spirit wanted to share in terms of extending what was talked about in there. The title of this was that the magic continues, because it does. It does. And the question that you guys were asking was, why, maybe for some of you, why isn't it happening yet? What I noticed about this reading that's a little bit different from some of the others is it's very general, right? Your wish is granted was the very first card that you got, and it doesn't really specify, is it a relationship, is it a career, is it is it personal, spiritual growth? What is it? And they wanted to kind of speak to that. And they talked about divine timing. For some of you, might be why it's not happening yet, or things that aren't happening yet that you're wanting. It feels like it is general, because what I was getting was that for Pisces, for a very long time, almost every area of your life has been challenging for a very long time. So it could be anything. And in terms of divine timing, and Archangel Michael coming up to say trust and have confidence in Spirit. And that's kind of a big deal, having trust in Spirit. Also to avoid drama. They were saying to avoid drama, that the healer, make sure you're asking before you try to help people as a healer. The drama card, to avoid drama. And some of you going, okay, but we're healers and we're meant to heal people. So that's where there's going to be a need, is where there's drama. And yet Spirit is still saying, to just be the observer to it, and that there's no need to help anyone unless they're asking. And then Spirit will help with healing and helping them. Let's see. There was a past life experience that came up for some of you that may be blocking the radio frequency, is what Spirit was using as the analogy in the general reading, was the having your dial tuned in, and they're talking about let's see where to go. A past life experience was maybe something in your subconscious that's keeping the dial from getting clear in terms of here's what you want, and the dial's just not clear in terms of your vibration and frequency resonating with what you're wanting, whatever that is, whatever that might be, even if it's everything in every area of your life. The past experience, what they're saying, and as far as the extended, is wounded healer came up a lot. Wounded healer was very loud in talking about that, and the wounded healer in terms of money, around money, beliefs around money. So if your wish that you're wanting granted has to do with financial abundance and career, potentially financial abundance, the blocks could be around money, from the wounded healer idea, and also worthiness, feeling worthy of financial abundance for a wounded healer feels huge. And then forgiveness also came up in the reading, and in the extended, they're really like, the Spirit just had me underline this: forgiveness, past life, and forgive. Bigger than, say trust, although that's going to come back, and avoiding drama. Forgive, just underlined a whole bunch of times. And so then forgive. And so I was asking for the extended to please expand on this forgiveness idea, if it's so big, resentment, blame, guilt, all of those, needing to forgive all of that. And I got life. So life, just in all caps, underlined. When my question was, you know, where does this forgiveness fit in? So it feels like what Spirit is saying is that for some of you, there's guilt, blame of self and other and life, blaming life itself, blaming Spirit, blaming life for circumstances that may have been challenging for so long. So blaming life and guilt is the other big one. These are the two big ones that they really want to address in this extended. Guilt is something that you feel. It's a feeling that happens when you sort of violate your own not morals, your own code, you know, your own standards, what you set for yourself. If you let yourself down, there's guilt with that. Or someone that you love, but primarily this is about self. This is about guilt, feeling guilty for what you were not able to do, feeling like you should have been able to do more. And again, this feels like past lives. It feels like lifetimes, plural, with an S. Like it's really big. And also sort of blaming life, blaming Spirit. That's what you're wanting you to let go of. Letting go of blaming life, and that's where the last several months have been. All of, you know, so much of the messages from Spirit have been, you know, your hard times are over, and it's time now to step out, and you know, all these wishes can come true now. And you know, so start your, you know, whatever your purpose in terms of how you're going to be a healer in the world, go for it. You know, these readings for the last 3-4 months have been all about, you know, yes, you know, your wishes are granted, the great things are coming now. And so for some of you, if it's not coming yet, it would seem that for some of you there's still that element. It's very, very deep and foundational. Guilt covers everything. So I found it interesting that while our wishes may cover every area of life, guilt is the one that covers everything and suppresses, and just, it's so heavy on everything. Guilt around you know, as the sign of Pisces, right? We are the visionaries, the you know, we have this incredible ability to believe that anything is possible anytime. You know, we're the magic and miracles, you know, that's Pisces. And so to feel like we were not able to create, you know, this beautiful world for ourselves, and actually heal and help people and have a normal life, it felt like it just we feel guilty. We should be able to do this because we fully understand that anything's possible. Does that make sense? And we are the ones who can make this happen. We just have this really strong sense that anything is possible, and we just see it so clearly. And so then for it not to have happened for so long, lifetimes, there's still that, because it is that deep to heal that guilt, and also that blaming life kind of thing, that it just showed up as difficult for so long. It's hard to trust that it will be all right. And so Archangel Michael is back to say in this September reading, to say, yes, you can trust it. So to take that first step and trust it, and do the steps that the human does in co-creating, and allow yourself to trust it. Even if it's just get curious about it. They're saying let curiosity guide you. to healing these really deep wounds and appreciating we are not in those lifetimes anymore. We can actually have everything that is in our visions. We know this. And so now it's just time to continue to trust and take the steps that we can take to make things happen. Spirit will be supporting us with this. And then working with children, yes, the reading ended with working with children, counseling and healing and children. And Spirit wants to say that in working with children, that is also one avenue that it's just kind of automatic that when you're working with children, you are also healing your own inner child. When you're in the presence of and working with children, you're in that resonance, in that frequency, vibration, that is healing you at the same time. So yeah, and there were a couple of comments, I think, if memory serves, I haven't looked at them yet, but if memory serves, there was a couple of you that are working with children, and it's just wonderful. That will help a lot. So the money unworthiness it feels like, looking at those specifically, in terms of the forgiveness of ourselves for feeling like we should have been able to heal or have better lives in response to us as healers. The money thing, prosperity, will work out. Your wish is granted. It is granted. So the only thing that would be stopping it would be you. Right? And so that's where they're tapping into the guilt and the blame. And those are the ones that we want to clear. What's beautiful about clearing guilt is that when it clears, because it sort of blankets this weight on everything, when it clears, and it clears just as fast as anything else, it clears everything, you guys. It can clear everything. So we forgive ourselves for blaming life, and we forgive ourselves for believing that we alone could solve world problems. And we, allow ourselves to let that go so that we can get present in this lifetime, right now, and understanding that in this moment, nothing from the past is here anymore. From this moment to this moment to this moment, anything's possible. In this moment, anything's possible. And we are now in a lifetime where Spirit has your back. Spirit totally has your back. So life is completely able, with these higher frequencies, to provide this wonderful life. It does feel like the challenges were training that have now sort of finished. If you're still in challenges, it will end. It will end. It's just part of the training. It's part of your training. They're also wanting to talk about the corresponding aspect of the more difficult the challenges corresponds, in terms of healer training, corresponds to the more powerful, compassionate healer. The more traumatic the challenges have been, corresponds to the more powerful the healer. So yeah, sort of PhD program. And so if you're still in challenging times, it might help you to look at it like that. Like, okay, this is my education, for how I'm just preparing to be an amazing healer. So get curious. What am I learning? How is this going to help me? So if you have health issues, maybe your purpose is in some kind of physical healing of people. If it's in relationships, maybe your purpose is some kind of relationship coach, right? So everything you're going through has a purpose towards your purpose. So accepting that and seeing it that way might help. So I hope that makes sense. It does cover every area, so it makes it a little bit more challenging to speak to any one specific thing. But it's basically all of it. Divine timing, prosperity is possible in this lifetime, starting this moment right now. So hopefully looking at it like that will help. Okay, so that's what they wanted to say in terms of the extended. The magic does continue. The wishes have been granted. So let's do some really deep healing and eliminate some of this guilt and blame, and that will just clear the channel really, really fast. Okay, so then Spirit wants to go down and answer everyone's question, or comment. So we start with, it looks like Karen. Karen says, thank you for embracing the Pisces sensitivity and intuitive nature. Oh yes, you're welcome, Karen. Yeah, I'm a Pisces too. So I fully understand. I can fully relate to all you guys. Yes, we are very sensitive and extremely intuitive. Yes. Thank you for your comment. My soul connection, thank you so much for your insightful, accurate reading. Vibrant, beautiful. Thank you so much. Very kind. I'm a single mom, Pisces Cappy, and I feel I have some issue with guilt and resentment coming from a past life, but also my abusive childhood. Okay, working and meditate on it. Besides, I also use my skills and knowledge, wisdom to guide my children a lot. I love that. I love that. They are my healers as well. My elder son, Indigo. My little ones, Crystal. Aw, how lucky all of you are to have each other. I wish you more and more subscribers. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. So the guilt and resentment. Yeah, just, let that go. It was, part of our training. And also in those past lives, they're saying, in those past lives, that's how life was. It's just how it was back then. But we're just not there anymore. Still, they say that when however you pass in a lifetime, that energy carries into your next lifetime. So, we're burned at the stake and hung and stoned and all kinds of things because we were healers. Of course, we're going to carry that. We're going to carry that into with this lifetime. And in carrying it into this lifetime, it would make sense, wouldn't it? That if in this lifetime we're meant to be incredible healers, which we are, that we would come into an abusive childhood. It's not only coming from the ending of the last however many lifetimes that ended badly for not just Pisces, but this is a Pisces reading, but if it ended badly, we would carry that into this lifetime and almost naturally come into an abusive situation because we're just continuing that same energy. So we come into an abusive situation. At the same time, this lifetime is not like any other lifetime. This lifetime, everyone who's here are healers in some way. We are in this giant shift, making this incredible giant shift out of the patriarch, out of all that. It's this incredible shift. Frequencies keep going up and they're going to keep going up. So coming into this lifetime, if you had a challenging childhood, again, they want to say it corresponds to your level and abilities and power to heal. So, if you're going to be a sort of, incredible healer, so just like an amazing healer, it wouldn't make sense that your training would be, that somebody hit you once. Right? You're gonna go through some stuff to help prepare you to be an amazing healer. So yeah, so we had lots of lifetimes that ended badly. We come into this one with incredibly challenging childhoods, and it's just, you know, part of the training. So, you know, so in a very strange way, we say thank you. Thank you. And when I get to the other side, if I'm not on the other side of it already, when I get to the other side, I'm going to be an amazing healer. And you just, you know, just sort of declare that for yourself. And yes, anything's possible. And in this lifetime, starting right now, anything is possible. So it just makes it easier to let it go when we can find a way to appreciate it. To appreciate it. You know, I'm feeling something in my throat. So somebody might be feeling something in their throat. So maybe you were hung in a past life and it's wanting to come up right now. So let it come up. Let it come up and out. Say thank you. Okay. So maybe I passed in a with a throat kind of way, so it might restrict your wanting to express yourself, to speak your truth, but we're not in that lifetime anymore. So thank it. If you're feeling this in your throat, say thank you, and that you can go now. I hear you, I see you, I appreciate it. I appreciate you revealing yourself, and you can go now. I understand, and I appreciate it. Yeah, really good one. Past life, so coming into abusive childhoods, yep. Thank you so much, my soul connection. Great post, thank you. Chris Engel, the nicest voice and truly radiate, thank you. Thank you for your guidance and support, thank you so much. Aw. I really appreciate comments like that because, you know, I did have times in my life where I blamed spirit, and man, when to disconnect from spirit, boy, you think life's hard. You know, you think life's hard when you're connected to spirit. It's not good when I disconnected from spirit. You know, then all I wanted to do is get that connection back. Got a lot worse with a disconnect, and so a couple of times, you know, I had to really get deliberate to get that love back in my heart and get my heart back opened up. You know, I had, you know, to really try to just shut down to protect myself. Like, this is just so painful. I'm just not going to feel anything, and then I just won't feel anything, and then it won't hurt so much, right? And it doesn't work. And so to then deliberately, you know, get myself to, you know, reconnect and open my heart back up again, no matter if it hurts, is just so important. So I really appreciate comments like that. So you guys see it. I appreciate that. Stellar. Thank you. Lakeisha. It was burned. Okay, yeah, Lakeisha was burned. So, you know, I would be curious to know if any of you guys, if there might be a difference in if you were burned or hung or stoned, you know, if there would be a difference in your healing abilities in this lifetime. I don't know. I mean, it almost seems like trauma's trauma. So yeah, Lakeisha, hopefully what we've said so far is helpful for you to find another perspective on that. Thank you for your comment. Magdi, people do hurt each other still every day. Again, it's horrible, evil things. Violating, murdering, hurting in words. Yeah, the pain never stops. As long as we're on earth. Past lives? No. The life we live right now. What makes sense is that we try to start to love each other unconditional. Hopefully this great love I will receive myself after being hurt so much. Yeah, so Magdi, it's really important. Yes, you know, these things do go on. And if you are still in the frequency of pain and focusing on all of these horrible things that are still going on, that is what you are sort of feeding. if that's your focus, then that's what you are expanding. So yes, it does make sense that we start to love each other unconditionally. And the only way for that to happen is for us to start with ourselves. I don't know if you've heard that expression, healer. Heal thyself. It's the love in you that radiates out, that heals. And even then, everyone has free will. Everyone has a choice. You can radiate love, and those who are able to receive it will receive it, and those who aren't won't. And you don't have, none of us have any control over what others say, do, feel, think, you know. Some dogs bite. And so the best that we can do is heal ourselves, be love ourselves, be living examples of what a healer can do for oneself. And then radiate that out to anyone willing, wanting, desiring to receive it. We give it freely, right? We give it because we radiate it. So that starts with the unconditional love, giving that to ourselves. We have to give that to ourselves. From all this trauma, we might have all these holes, right? All these wounds, all these heart and aura and energy wounds. Many, many, many wounds. And the problem is that we cannot heal that. No one else can heal that for you. The same way that you cannot heal a person who does not want to be healed. Have you ever tried that? Have you ever tried to help somebody who's not asking and does not want your advice or your healing at all? You can try all day. You can be the best healer on the planet. But if they're not asking and they're not interested, they have free will and they do not have to receive it. No one can heal, really, our wounds. No one can fill that void. No one can fill these voids for us but ourselves. It starts within. It's an inside job. So when you say that you're hoping that this love, that you'll receive this love after being hurt so much, so there's wounds there. And Magdi, it's excuse me, it's revealed to you because you're seeing all the hurt in everyday life. You're seeing all the evil, horrible things. That is coming from you. If that's what you're seeing, that is almost like a mirror holding up for you to see what you feel inside. Those are the things that want to be healed inside of you. Is that and those things may have happened for you in past lives. Yes, in past lives. And so you're carrying it. As these frequencies go up, this stuff is coming up. So if you're seeing it in the world, it's in you to be able to see it. Does that make sense? It's coming from inside of you for you to even be able to see it. So please, please, please send that love to yourself. Take the focus from out there and all the horrible things to standing in front of the mirror and seeing the wounded healer that you are, the beautiful soul that you are that's been wounded. And start to heal those wounds. Just love yourself and heal those wounds. You'll start to see the world differently, and the world will start to see you differently, and then resonate different things for you. So sweetie, it's not really about hope. It's not about hoping that this great love, what you're not receiving is what you're not giving to yourself. It's kind of like like this. It's like you give it to yourself first. You fill up and radiate out, and then that is what you'll see in the world. You look for where does the world need love, you know? And then you'll have so much, you'll just be overflowing with it. So I hope that helps. I hope that helps. Thank you for your comment. Thank you. Niru, nice. Thank you. I would like to know the lucky colors, days, and stones for Pisces. Thank you. You know what's funny, Mason? I looked that up. I just Googled it. And I don't know, 5 different sites had 5 different answers for all of that. So, you know, and at the same time, I looked it up because you asked. I looked it up. I don't know if there is a specific colors and days and stones. I think aquamarine is our birthstone. I think it's aquamarine is our birthstone. But days and colors and numbers, you know, they say. Some sites seem to have variations on it, but for me, I think it would, you know, I might have a lucky color on a Monday and a different one on a Tuesday. You know, I might have a very lucky Friday one week. So I think it's relative, but I would you know, say that you might Google it and see all the different ones that you see and see what color you like, what day do you like, and if there's a stone that you like, and then that would be good. Thank you for your comment. Gregorio, thank you for the beautiful Pisces awesome reading. May the light be with you. Thank you. Jody, thank you, God, for your divine timing and answering prayers. Yeah, you're welcome. Hello, my name is Barbara. I came across your video right on time. Wonderful, Barbara. I have so many questions. It's like you and I were sitting down, just the two of us, having a conversation, and brought tears to my eyes. There's so much on my table. Hopefully some of the things that Spirit has shared will be helpful for you. Okay, Linda. Oh, wow. I would like to know, am I going to sell my house this year? Thank you. I'm going to sell the house. What Spirit wants to say about the house is that if you're wanting to sell it, then it can sell, yes. If there's anything about the house, you know, houses have energy. It depends on if there's some energy in the house where you are not wanting to sell it, maybe. If you're really not wanting to sell it, there could be, it could be challenging to get it sold. So what I would suggest would be sort of a house clearing. So Spirit is saying that there might be some energies in the house that would slow it down, or it would be easier to sell if the house is cleared. So they're saying to clear the house, you know, burn some sage, clear the house, fill it with love, burn some sage and some lemongrass. So sage gets the negative energies out, lemongrass brings the beautiful energies in. Sage the whole house, lemongrass, and that will help sell the house sooner. I hope that helps. Oops, yes, divine timing is very true, yeah. Your reading resonates, Jody, thank you. Many blessings, it resonates in many ways. From Laura, relaxing till my big surprise comes in. All within time, yes, all within divine timing. You know, if you guys have experienced this with where there has been a divine timing situation, where once this thing happens for you and you're able to look back, you do realize that it could not have come any sooner. And if anything did, or if you'd made a choice around something sooner, just to have it sooner, it would not have been as good. And then to so appreciate just being patient, because Spirit knows what it's doing. So yeah, just thank you, you know, saying thank you, Laura. Thank you so much for your comments, and yes, just relaxing into it, just relaxing into it. Beautifully said. Jody, I'm a preschool teacher. Oh, I love that age. How fun would that be to get up every day and work with preschool children? Oh my gosh. If I weren't doing this, I would be trying to do that. Thank you, Jody. Sadie Love. What a name, that's wonderful. I'm opening a business and helping children. So yeah, I thought I remembered a couple of you guys working with children. So grateful to get confirmation. So opening a business, just getting started. Okay, I am just sending some really good, strong energy your way, Sadie. Let's let that be really successful. Yeah. Smart Award. Thank you, God, for answering my prayers in advance. I'm grateful and so happy. Can't wait. Believing, declaring, and ready to receive it. Amen. Smart Award. Thank you for your comment. Yes, again, just sort of saying thank you and believing, declaring, taking all the steps that we can take as the human in the co-creation of things, doing all you can as the human, and then you just relax into it, believe, say thank you. You know it's on the way. Stay excited. It's going to be amazing, right? You just kind of live like that as you just kind of go about your day. Yeah. Rupali, I hope I'm saying that right. Rupali, thank you, Cindy. It's really good to know you would be doing, yeah, extended. Throw light on career and general stability. Thank you for that question. Yeah, because, yeah, like, Spirit might have been answering you as far as why they wanted to speak about it being sort of seeming so general. Right, so yes, as far as career and general stability is a very big, strong yes for career and stability. So hopefully everything they said in the beginning, and also just kind of adding these last two responses of just, yes, just sort of relax into it, do everything you can on the human side, and stay excited, stay excited, one step at a time. Yes, that's the other thing they wanted to say, is that because if many of you have had challenging times, challenging childhoods, lots of healing, challenging, and now just in the last 4 months or so, it's like, okay, Pisces, now everything's gonna be great. Everything's working for you now. There is this element of like, really? Are you sure? I don't know, and then once you can kind of work through that with past lives, and hopefully these readings have helped to heal and clear and get in the present moment is really important. Then believing that these things are possible. It's really good to know that it's one step at a time, because we are, so many of us, just getting started. So one step at a time, just keep following your guidance, one step at a time. Career and general stability look really good. Thank you for your question. Beth, thank you for a wonderful reading that inspired me most. Awesome, thank you. Chin, wow, amazing and awesome, thank you. Of your presence, thank you. Life's upcoming events, yep. Christy Savage, I always feel like your readings are specifically for me. That's wonderful. I love your energy and your sweet nature. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Thank you, Christy. Aw, thank you so much for sharing that. What a profound reading from Jody. Thank you. I was sad before, and now I feel some hope. Oh, that's really good. August is difficult. Okay. Yeah, some of it just, we are just getting started, so there might still be some challenges, but get curious about them and just know that you're strong. It's just training. Healer training. Sadie, thank you so much. You're phenomenal. Thank you. Sadie. Lorna, yes, moving forward. Thank you. You're so welcome. Thank you. You're welcome, Roxy. You're so welcome, God-fearing love. Lakeisha, speaking the truth. Yes, yes, yes. Kathy, you're so welcome. Orphan, my wish is granted. I hope you're correct. It's been a rotten 3 years. I can't get any lower. Okay, orphan, yeah. So hopefully a lot of what Spirit has said so far has been very helpful for you. So if you're still in it, you're not alone. So many of us have been through so much. So, sending you so much love and courage and peace and stamina, right? And the perspective that there is a purpose to it. So get curious about some of the things that you're learning in terms of your training to be a phenomenal healer. Okay? Much love to you. Thank you. Dear Cindy, loved your reading. Pisces, Cancer rising. Wonderful. And thank you. I appreciate that so much. And that is all of the questions that we had for Pisces. So I think that's everything. So is there anything else Spirit wants to say? Yes, generally, overall, any area of life, career, stability, finances, love life, spiritual growth, every area of life for Pisces is, looking at it from this moment forward, anything is possible, like we know it is. We know it is. So, going into past life selves that may have had bad endings, and love that spirit through the transition again, sort of rewrite it, maybe. That's another one they're saying now, is rewrite the past. Right? We're in a multidimensional universe, so it can help to go back into those past lives and give them a different ending. Say thank you for that ending. I learned a lot. I'm going to love myself, love that trauma away, and let's rewrite it. Make it a good ending. And even, write it on paper, write it out, rewrite the endings from previous. You might also go into your healing space, going inward to your healing space in this lifetime if you had challenging childhoods, and definitely heal, anywhere that you can heal wounds from this lifetime. They're going to be, fresh, and you're fully aware of what happened in this lifetime. So, going inward to nurture that little one as the internal parent, the observer, the higher self, going into the sort of meditation of the memories from childhood, seeing your little self and talking to him or her, loving him or her through the situation, sharing with them the adult perspective of what they're seeing, right? And love them back in, integrating them back in, bringing them with you and integrating that. So as far as past lives, you can rewrite it. Say thank you, heal that, let it go, and in this lifetime, do some of that inner work will make all the difference. Guilt is huge. You clear it, it's huge. It will change your life. So much love to you guys. I love you guys so much. Until next time, take really good care of yourselves. I'll talk to you soon.